So the first thing I want to do is make a knuckle pad for you.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to wrap your hands the way I would wrap anyone's hands in MMA. Right. So we're going to make a knuckle pad. So all I do is I take this. So this roll is 15 yards long, or 15 meters. Right. And what I want to do is I want to make a knuckle pad for you. And what we would do is we'd be out the back. So we get there early and we would make, let's say I'm wrapping 7 fighters. I'd make 14 of these knuckle pads.
And just have them sitting on the
and
side.
have them ready to go. So, because the last thing you want to be doing is sitting in the chair like that.
Yeah.
Waiting on me to do this. Right? So we want to be always prepared. Be ready. My old army unit, that was its motto. Etre prêt, which means be ready. So you're always ready. So we'll do this 15 to 20 times. And again, the thing about getting your hand wrapped is, if you were getting ready for a fight, you'd be nervous, right? Regardless of who you are. And have you been counting?
No.
Oh, come on.
I was supposed to be on the ball.
No, I'm only joking.
Do you feel like it's almost your job to kind of calm the fighter?
Well, here's the thing. It's not my job. That's the fighter's job and the coach's job, right? But I can absolutely make it worse.
You can aid into it. Oh, really? Yeah.
So I have the potential to make it worse for them or better for them, right? So, oh yeah, got you something else. That's a wristband for a fighter's wristband. So when we
really?
So when we wrap their hands, we have to cut that wristband off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it ended up in my bag, so I did. So
we'll say that's Anderson Silva's, eh?
Yeah, it can be anybody's.
We'll say that's Anderson's.
Yeah. All right, so that's a fighter's wristband. Right, so that's our knuckle, right? Our knuckle pad.
Yeah.
So that'll fit your hand, no problem. Obviously now if you're Brock Lesnar or whatever, we're going to make a much bigger one. Okay, so the last thing we want for you is for your hand to be able to move in the glove. Right? Like that's really bad if your hand can move in the glove, right? So we need the wrap and your hand. So when it goes into the glove, it all becomes one piece.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So when people come in and say, oh, I don't want my hands wrapped because it's going to take away my punching power, you have a higher chance of getting injured.
Breaking a wrist or...
Yeah, or definitely scuffing your knuckles because there's a gap between your knuckle and the glove. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to go in there nice and snug so it becomes one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah? And also it protects your hand. Right? So now we take the rest of this. So what I want to do now is I'll just wrap your hand. So make a fist for me. So we want to make sure that your hand is wrapped.
How you going to punch?
Yeah. Right? So we don't want to be wrapping your hand like that or like that. Right? So again, as I was saying, so you've come in here, you've sat down, you've been moving around, shadow boxing, doing a few bits and bobs, gone to the toilet, being on your phone, chatting to your coach, doing all this, and then you come to me and you sit down. That's it. You have to stay there. So now your brain is going, oh, Jesus,
This is the moment you're like, this is real.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? So I can make you more nervous by saying, oh, Jesus, your hand, you know what I mean? Or we can be lighthearted. How you going, champ? How are things? You know what I mean? Don't kill anybody with this, you know what I mean? Like all that kind of stuff. Stitch was famous for saying, are you a puncher or a grappler? And they'd say, oh, yeah, I'm a puncher. He said, all right, I'll give you the puncher's rap. Oh, no, I'm a grappler. I'll give you the grappler's rap. It's the same
Same
rap.
thing.
It was the same rap.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it was just to diffuse the situation. Or not the situation, just to diffuse the guys.
So bring it more lighthearted.
A bit of lightheartedness.
Make it more personal.
100%. And make them feel that everything's going to be okay. Do you know what I mean? So.
And do you have your own... So you obviously would have learned how to rap from someone. Do you, implement your own techniques that you've learned and your own, almost flavour on it?
Yeah. So now I have my own kind of style that I do, So we want to get around there. And because I can't feel what you're feeling, I have to communicate with you all the time, So if you're saying, is that too tight? How does that feel? you know? And because you've never had your hand wrapped before, you probably don't know what it's supposed to feel like.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Right? So when we were over at Road to UFC, we were wrapping people's hands who've never wrapped their hands. They're like, oh, that's tight. And you're like, it's supposed to be tight, you know? Some guys will open up. Some guys, they don't want their thumb wrapped. Some guys want their thumb wrapped because the second most place we find injuries is in the thumb.
Yeah, broken thumbs or...
Yeah. So if they don't, just spread your fingers for me. So if they don't want their thumb wrapped, we just do it like this. No thumb. Right? But what we try and suggest is that we wrap the thumb. Right? So come around here. And we wrap
Why wouldn't some fighters... Is that like a grappling thing?
Or it's just their own personal preference.
Yeah, personal preference.
Yeah, it's their own personal preference. It's up to them. Make a fist for me. Open. Good. Go one more round. Why not? There we go. Make a fist for me. And then we'll put the knuckle pad on. Open up.
So how much of this will you use the whole thing?
No.
I was going to use maybe like a quarter of it.
Well, spread your fingers for me. Nice and wide. That's it.
So that was 15 meters or yards?
I think it's meters, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I say yards, but I shouldn't. I should really know, shouldn't I? Meters, yards, same.
Same.
Same. Come around here. And then I can put a bit of pressure on that one. Make a fist for me. Open up.
So do you have any workshops planned in South Australia?
I'm doing one in Melbourne next month, and then I'll start. Spread your fingers for me really wide. So if you have your fingers narrow like this, and I wrap your hand when you go to make a fist, it'll push.
Yeah.
Your finger. Yeah. So you need to spread them really wide. Right. There we go. Now, obviously, I'd be standing up for this and make a fist, and it'd be a lot faster, of course. But you know, and then we just finish this off here. So one roll of gauze got us a knuckle pad and a full wrap. Like so. Right? So now I'm going to add the tape. But before I add the tape, I want to be asking, how does that feel? So
Yeah, that feels good.
feels nice? Nice.
I wrap my hands way too tight at the gym.
Yeah. But then it's again, it's just, what's the word I'm looking for? You're just learning, you know? You have to figure out what you like and what you don't like. So coming around with the tape. And again, not all tapes are the same, you know? Like I found, like, I'm after finding a tape that I like and a gauze that I like.
Yeah.
And it's made here in Australia. So it's Australian.
Do I still want to be spreading my fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're okay because we're only on the wrist now. So now I want to come around the thumb again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to make a fist for me now. Bring it to me. That's a proper fist. And I just got to make sure that this isn't too tight. So how does that feel on
That
the
feels
thumb?
good, yeah.
That's good. Let me cut it off. Right, so when we're looking for tapes, right, how easy is it to pull off the roll? And how easy is it to rip? Right? So now we go here. I want to be pushing down. I'm just going to stand up, yeah?
Yeah, you're good.
Where am I? I'll bring my mic up at me. Look at that. Because I'm standing up. It's easier. Will you be able to hear those kids?
Oh, so they don't really bleed through the mics too much. There's a fucking dog next door, though.
Right? So, a universal rule, right, with wrapping hands, is that the tape, make a fist, is that the tape is an inch back from the knuckles. Open up.
That is so different to how I thought you would do it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I thought you'd just wrap it around the fucking hand.
No. So, we need a turn. So, gather up this bar. And now I'm going to use this tape. And what I'm going to do is split it down the middle. Spread it for me. And I'm just going to, I don't know, people are going to be bored watching this.
I mean, this is fascinating to me. This is way more technical than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So turn over, make a fist for me. And now I want to push that there. So basically what this tape doesn't really have any support properties. What it does is it stops the knuckle pad from rolling back up when you put your hand in the glove. Done. Make a fist. And again, like, it's an enjoyable process if you do it right. You know? Open, close, open, close. Just open, close, open, close. Just make sure that it's not digging into your web.
No, that's good.
Turn. It's an awkward position. Turn. Make a fist. And again, because I'm not standing up. So I'd be like standing over you looking down.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of far away at the moment. But open, close, open, close. And then, so what we want to do now is, so I would have a roll like this.
Set up
With just only the skinny bits.
Yeah.
Right? But because I haven't, I'll go back to this roll. So again, one roll of gauze, one roll of tape will work for one hand.
Jeez. That's a lot, eh?
Yeah. Make a fist.
It's a lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be.
Is it?
Hmm.
Well, that's because I'm doing it.
Yeah. I can definitely see, though, if you do it too tight, how uncomfortable it could be.
Yes, absolutely. Open. So it's all about me asking you, how do you feel? It's not about how I feel. Make a fist for me, real tight. How does that feel?
Yeah, that feels good.
Okay, spread it up.
So is there a reason you don't go all the way around? Is that just so it's not as tight?
Yeah, so it's not as tight, yeah. You need to just keep breaking it off. Put the pressure. Because there's no pressure coming. We don't need pressure on the bottom going up. We need pressure on the top going
down.
Right. Open. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Right, so that's the pressure going down. So what I want to do is I want to just try and mitigate this movement here. Right, so I'll just do an X across the back of your hand like so. And again, remember, the tape can't be an inch from your, the knuckles have to be exposed.
Yeah.
You can't put tape on the knuckles. Not in MMA anyway.
In bare knuckle?
In bare knuckle, no, because it's bare knuckle, right?
But don't they wrap their hands for bare knuckle?
From there back.
They wrap wrist support.
So see what you've got on now? See where the tape is? That's how you would wrap a bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have any of this.
You wouldn't have the pad you made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the knuckles would
Obviously,
be exposed.
yeah, it's bare knuckle.
And the knuckles would be exposed. Right? And now what I would normally do is I would finish all that off with this tape. But what I'm going to do is, because I gave you a roll of that, I'm going to do it with the UFC tape. So then when you cut it off, you can have it, you know.
That's awesome.
So I'll make it look nice and neat. Right? So what I want to do is, I want to do this entire wrap nice and neat. So it looks
This is more
really
presentation.
good. This is presentation. So your hand is now protected. This is just pure presentation.
Aesthetic.
Yeah, now at the UFC, we wouldn't use white tape. It'd be all UFC tape.
Yeah, right.
Right? Make a fist for me. And again, I'd be flying through this. I'd be doing this like in 5 or 6 minutes. Open up.
How many do you do every
there's
half
five.
the fighters at night or?
So there's 5 of us, right? Make a fist. And probably 17 fights.
Yeah.
So what happens is that we all wrap at the beginning, and then 2 guys go out to the cage, work the cage, 3 guys stay out the back, and then we rotate. You know? Open.
That is fucking excellent.
Fist. Open.
How long did it take you
Fist.
before you were confident? At the elite level?
Oh God! Sometimes you still don't be confident. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like sometimes.
Like a little bit of an imposter syndrome almost?
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's definitely there, you know. But now I'm kind of like, you know, I know who I am, what I am, and I guess one of the great things is that if it was all to be over tomorrow, I'd be okay with it because it's something that I've done it now.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, no shit.
And I always say this, and I know it's a bit corny, you know, turn like fist. And I always say, you know, 50 G's, baby.
50 G's, baby. That's it.
That's it.
That's phenomenal. Show that to the camera. Wait up. Just got to... If you can see that. That's so good. That's so cool. It's so much more comfortable than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't really at all put any pressure on me. That's excellent.